Wow. Oh, okay. I thought I'd have time for a little bit of introduction, but it looks like we're getting straight into the first warm-up. Welcome. This is the final match of Group Stage 1. It's been an eventful 2 weeks of Group Stage 1, but we are finally reaching the end of it. This is the final match of Group Stage 1. This match also will determine which of these two teams, I believe, will be the 1 and the 2 seed of their respective groups. I believe both of these teams are 2-0 in their group, beating both of their other group mates. So this match, I want to say, is going to determine which of these teams are which of the two teams are oh my goodness, my brain. That's what I get for trying to do a bunch of stuff at once. Which of these players, or which of these teams is Seed 1 and Seed 2 out of their group? Which I think it will have a pretty significant difference on how easy or how difficult their groups are, as if I quickly pull up the group thing that I have made, I can tell you what groups these teams will end up in. D1, D2... Okay, maybe I'm trolling. Let me quickly pull up this graphic. This is Group F, so it would be Groups Q and R, it looks like. Okay, so the winner of this group would have Poland B in their group, and the loser of this match will have Brazil B in their group. So pretty significant stakes here. I think just based off the fact that Brazil B 5-2'd Poland, and Poland B is one of the stronger teams in this tournament, I think I would much rather have a group with Poland B than Brazil B, knowing that if you lose one match, it is very tough to make it out of the next stage, as there are only 2 matches. So, pretty big stakes here, but hopefully it will not affect the players all that much. Looks like toggle warm-up is on, so I am a-okay. Oh, a Daki map. Shout out to Daki. But yeah, I'm quickly just going to log into the main channel. Quickly get into Stream Manager. This is a interesting map. Interesting map. We will toggle warm up, make sure that doesn't count for either team, and head into the match. This will be the final time we see this pool, which considering I have seen this for like 5 weeks straight, it is a little good to see it finally end up being over. But no mod 5 protect. From Netherlands. Does make sense. Hard Rock 2 protect. From Peru. healing. Dude, can I pin this, please? Okay, I need to freaking full screen this. Oh, because I'm on the wrong freaking... Dude, I hate this. Why can't I just freaking be on the right freaking accounts? Oh my goodness. I'm getting trolled. There we go. 10, 30 minutes. Alright, we are good to go. So, blue band, hard rock 1, red band, HD2, red pick, hard rock 2. Interesting, so Peru does pick their protect for their first pick of the map. An interesting thing. I don't think this is typical for matches thus far, but it does kind of make sense. Try and get a win guaranteed on the board, and what better way to do it than your protect? So, looks like we're very quickly hopping into this first map. This map is kinda sleeper. I don't want to say that necessarily, but it is kinda basic. It is low BPM, aim consistency, precision. So it'll be interesting to see how some of these combos hold. I know Peru has had some insane hard rock scores in the Major League, and considering they protected this, I have to imagine they are just as strong on their B team as well on these hard rocks. But early breaks from J-Haas and Striker. Just gonna go with that. But break from Explosion. And then looks like everyone else is doing alright. Accuracies are very heavily on the side of Peru B. Only Dumper on Netherlands really matching the zone and J-Haas's accuracy, but wow. Okay, is just Donacoed for the FCs on the side of Peru, whereas there are no longer any on the side of Netherlands B, just Nasser and Explosion on decent recovery combos. And there goes that last FC. Is now the battle of recovery combos, and Peru has 3 nearing that 200 combo mark, whereas Netherlands just has 1 reaching 300 from Explosion. Nasser breaking right before this little pause in the map. Score lead is very heavily on Peru's side despite the amount of breaks in the map so far, but still half of the map to go. A lot of things can change in this map, especially with how low these combos are. but really just looks like Explosion on that 81% accuracy. The only one able to really consistently hold combo on the side of Netherlands, as that score lead does continue going over to Peru, and just like that, Explosion has dropped, so the Zone and Demaro are going to carry the combos into this final PI. See if they can hold these combos. I think they can get up to about 500, maybe 550k by the end of this match, or this map. Whereas no one else really seems to be all that comfortable on this map. Demaro getting through the first, or that very difficult stream into the pause, into the slider pattern. Looking to carry his team to victory on this map. Not terrible scores from the side of the Netherlands, but just a little less consistent on some of those bigger combos. No one really having the sizable combo that Demaro does have into the end of this map. 700 combo, nearly 600k score, and the first point on the board for Peru. I have to imagine they can score a lot higher on that, but given this is the first map, some nerves are a bit understandable. Maybe some breaks they weren't expecting to have just because of it being that first pick. But nonetheless, strong scores from most of the members on Peru B. And interesting, okay. Both teams first pick their protects. I don't think I've ever seen this before, if I'm being honest. But I guess Netherlands calling dittos to the pick of Peru. They pick their protect, we pick our protect, and then leave everything else open. So not a very normal, not very normal with the split ban format to pick your protects this early, as you really want to try and maximize the amount of maps before that second ban phase, and using up one of those two picks as a protect isn't necessarily the best way of utilizing the additional, like, I guess the lack of that second ban. Both of these teams will be able to ban something out that could have been picked during this during the team's first two picks, but does kind of make sense. Netherlands wants to guarantee that they match up Peru's first pick, so does kind of make sense. Surprisingly, we are going into another kind of precision map, but this map is AR8 and not AR10, so a little different. And as we see, break from the grabby as well as Jory. But here's where the combos will start to drop. Drops from multiple players. Oh, mainly the three on the side of Netherlands, just Striker, or Streitzer on the side of Netherlands with that combo. Whereas Posito and Demaro do have some strong combos, both FCing still. Pretty solid accuracy from both of them as well. Peru bringing in a full team switch. And everyone got through that cut stream pattern. But wow, oh no. both FCs from Peru have dropped. I don't think there's enough combo on the side of Netherlands to bring this back. But if breaks do keep happening on the side of Peru, the score lead could go a lot quicker than they're hoping. But breaks from Nasser and Jory, don't think there's going to be enough time to bring this score back, despite that big combo from poor quality meat. And not looking good for the Netherlands. Their protect was break pointed. Peru is now up 2-0. And I am very worried for the Netherlands. If that was their most confident pick and they just lost it, I worry for some of their next picks. And wow, okay, very quick HD1 from Peru, from the Grabby. So, kind of speed running the match thus far. Every pick has been made relatively quickly. This map, similar awkward aim to Nomad 6, but is with hidden and is a little more friendly of an approach rate. This one being AR9. So, first half of this map is pretty easy, I would say, comparatively. And then once the halfway point hits, that guitar solo comes in, gets a little difficult. That I think will be where most of these combos do end up breaking, as that section of the map is by far the hardest. As well as if you do FC that, having that pause in the map, knowing whether or not you need to FC to get the point, could bring on a lot of additional nerves, causing breaks near the end of the map. I'd say probably about the final 4th or 5th of the map is where that last break is, or the last pause in the map. So teams will get to know about where their teams stand up against each other. But very quickly getting into this map, I do think it is a bit worrisome for the Netherlands. Don't want to go down 3-0 right now, especially because their protect was their first pick and it was break pointed. Getting this point on the board before their next pick would be super beneficial for their mental and for the general match state. But very short map, so these breaks that happen in the beginning will be a little significant. Nasser and Strixer have broken early in the map, and their accuracies just don't quite match up with Peru as well. But a early break from Arced. And haven't really seen a break since, but not particularly difficult patterns to hit. This is where stuff gets a little more harder into this first key eye. Everyone looking pretty comfortable thus far. Accuracies are on the side of Peru B, as well as the combos. Break from Strixer is going to continue to extend that score lead for Peru, looking at nearly a 400k, or nearly 400k score lead for Peru, heading into the guitar solo. This is where, yes, we will see some breaks. Already 3-4 breaks across players, but mainly those breaks are on the side of the Netherlands. 2 FCs still holding for Peru, and that reverse choke from Arced. Very strong. Jehas still FCing. Unfortunately, Posito did drop a little bit, but there are just not really any combos on the side of Netherlands to bring this score lead back. So this will be Peru's 3rd point. Very impressive scores from the Peruvian side. And oh no, wait, Jehas missed? No, okay, I thought for sure that was going to be an FC if they got through that hard part. But it does look like a bit of nerves are hitting them. Is very understandable. But very solid team score. Okay. Slight little banjo there, but 1 million score win for Peru B on that pick. Showing why they picked it as early and as quickly as they did. Very dominant showing on this map. Two 700Ks, a 600K, and a 400K is nothing to be ashamed of on this map. So things are looking very good right now for Peru B. Have to imagine they'll feel confident going into this next pick from the Netherlands. As for Netherlands picks, I would have said Gimmick, but Nomad 5 did not look all that good for them. So I wonder if they try to switch up skill sets, maybe go for something like DT3, Nomad 2, something that hasn't really been tested yet in the match. I think if anything needed to be tested, it potentially would be those tapping maps. Potentially could go into the consistency route with any of those other Nomads, Nomad 1, Nomad 3, Nomad 4, all being near or over that 4-minute mark. And yeah, okay. Interesting decision to go with the awkward aim map. But kind of makes sense. I think the Netherlands do want to look into some of those Nomads. So does make sense why they would go into this. I think they are pretty confident awkward aim players, despite their slightly lower than maybe expected scores on the hidden one. This map is nearly twice as long, and in some ways is easier than the hidden one, but in many other ways harder than said Nomad 1. This map is 4 minutes, 180 BPM, is 5.2 stars, despite it being in a 4.9 star pool. It was pulled here because the old star rating on the map was 4.9, and for some reason that equates to current star rating. This map is hard. This first third is pretty easy, but the second and third of this map do get a little harder. That second third features some note slider double rhythm combinations, as well as some increased stacking of some of these aim patterns, and then that final third of the map kind of goes crazy. Features even more stacked aim patterns and spaced kind of wiggle triple kind of things that catch a lot of players off guard. So very important to hold these early combos. It looks like everyone is doing so thus far. Accuracy on the side of Peru. 299s on their side, whereas there is not a single 99 currently on the side of Netherlands. Dumper is starting to build that accuracy up to get to that 99 mark, but first break from Jory, traded by Danacoed and Demaro. So, and as well as Arced. So it is just J Haas on that FC, whereas there are two on the side of Netherlands B. Nasser and Dumper are still holding those full combos into this first slow section. Actually, first extended slow section. I believe the next time we see a speed up will be that second third of this map beginning, and seeing some of these little more finger control-y patterns, and there goes Dumper, as well as Nasser. So it is just J Haas on that FC in the lobby. And explosion dropping as well means that those supporting combos for Peru are going to just extend this score lead further and further. Accuracies do seem to have leveled out a little bit, but those combos, man, they are... Oh! As I say it, 2 breaks from Peru B. And just like that, combo is slightly more favored to the Netherlands. Still gonna go Peru's way, as there are 2 300 combo players to just Jory on that 400. So Netherlands looking for a couple more breaks from those Peruvian players to try and pull this score lead back. This is probably the last easy part of the map, as once this section ends we will start seeing those triples. But man, just after those, it looks like Netherlands holds for so long, and then those, like, as the map goes on, they seem to struggle holding those combos. As breaks from Nasser and Dumper do come in, as well as J-Haas, but just combos on Peru B. Neither of these players look like they're going to drop. Whereas it is a little more frequent, we see that red little flash on the side of Netherlands B. Dumper and Nasser not having as fun of a time on this ending third as they did in those first 2/3 of the map. Score lead not growing super quick, but still a very solid near 300k score lead. Pretty confident win. Nice reverse choke from Jory. But yeah, the combos from Danacoed and Arsed are just too much for Netherlands to handle. And heading into this second ban phase, Peru will be winning 4-0 on match point, just like that. Not the best scores. Would have expected to potentially have seen an FC on the map, but again, as long as you're winning the points, doesn't really matter what that end score is. And okay, very quick bans. Free mod 1 from Peru and DT2 from the Netherlands. Have to imagine we will be seeing maybe a DT1, maybe a DT3 out of Peru, out of Peru for their next pick, potentially final pick. Oh, okay. Kind of similar. No mod 2. Going for some of those shorter maps. Show off that consistency a bit more. Because breaks on this map are pretty detrimental. We've seen far too many 2-way, 3-way, 4-way FCs to expect like lower than average scores on this map to win this point. They're going to need very strong accuracies, very strong combos to get this point. And wow, okay, very quick MP start. How did Netherlands get a point? Don't know. But very early on, we'll see which team is comfortable on the accuracy, as the map does just get harder and more tapping intense from here. Quite a few players holding very strong accuracies. 2 SS's from the Netherlands and a near 99 that was just dropped kind of from Jory. Demara with the first miss. Kinda early in the map, so still a fair bit of time to build up a recovery combo. But if Netherlands keeps holding like they are, I don't think the score lead has any chance of going back over to Peru. The difference between 4 FCs and 3 FCs is pretty significant unless that accuracy is dropping, and that accuracy is very solid for the Netherlands. Rocking 97, 97, 99, and near 97 for Dumper, despite the slightly delayed combo from them. But this next finger control section could see some breaks. Some of these rhythms are a little different than the map has been thus far. But players not looking phased. Everyone except for Jory making it okay. Man, what are these breaks, man? I feel like these breaks are so unlucky. Breaks from Jory and Explosion, and this score lead is going to fly for Peru. Actually, maybe not as fast as they would have liked because of that break from Arced, but yeah, still 3 FCs, or 2 FCs for Peru, and that backing combo from Demaro. This score lead does not look like it's going to go back to Netherlands. And just like that, the remaining combos on the Netherlands have just dropped. This is very sad. This should have been a Netherlands point. I don't really know where those misses came from, but all 4 players ending up dropping, whereas it was just Demaro and Arced on Peru dropping those maps. Danacoed and Jehas double FCing handshake for this final pick of Group Stage 1. And Peru in a very quick fashion 5-0ing the Netherlands to guarantee themselves the first seed in this match, or in this group. Yeah, that was over in like a blink of an eye. That was like a 20-minute match. Oh, actually, what am I saying? It started at 45. Okay, it was a pretty... It felt very fast, but was about the normal length for some of these sweeps from other rounds. But yeah, well played. I wish some of those breaks didn't end up happening for the Netherlands. I felt like they should have had maybe that no mod 2, maybe that no mod 5, and it would be a very different match. It would be 3-2 right now if those breaks, those random breaks, slight misaims, random slider breaks didn't end up happening. But unfortunately, it happened only to the side of the Netherlands and caused Peru to win this in a clean sweep. But this is the end of Group Stage 1. Information about Group Stage 2 is on the main sheet, so players will have some advance notice before it is fully published on what groups they will be in, what teams they'll be playing. This next group stage will only be 1 week long, so teams will have to schedule both of their matches this round for this weekend. So we will see potentially another week of stream blocks where we have back-to-back matches. Hopefully matches will be a little closer. I want to say the best of will also increase. Maybe? Question mark? I don't quite remember. I will have to confirm with the other rules docs and stuff. Yeah. For Germany C, India B, there is a MP link. Germany C, I want to say, swept that match. It is in the match results somewhere, but it is, for whatever reason, not translating over onto the main sheet. We are looking into it, and hopefully we'll get that fixed at some point. I don't think it affects anything right now, as I think that group is finalized without necessarily that score being added, but we are looking into what that issue is happening, like what caused that issue. So yeah, that is the end of Group Stage 1. Thank you everyone for stopping by in however many matches you were able to catch. If you did just watch your native country, that is just as awesome as watching every single one of the streams. I'm super happy that people are coming out to support these teams despite the Major League being a little ahead, a little more I guess important matches, as they are in quarterfinals, now semifinals after today. So fewer matches there, so very happy that people are choosing to watch this as well. But we will see, I will see everyone soon on stream. If not, there will be notifications and pings for announcements throughout the week in the Discord. But until then, until the next match that is streamed, I will see everyone later. Goodbye.